I present you possible industrial case of a new project accepted in OW2 this year, one of the 9 new projects. This project has been developed with Marc Dalmont over there, who presented the technical aspect of the project yesterday. So here is a short example of what can do Kalimucho. Kalimucho is a software platform able to deploy dynamically software components. So we have the scenario 1. Several persons want to share video conference. The dynamically software components are deployed on the device, the tablet, the PC, the phone. Everything is okay. The bandwidth is okay. Battery level is okay. And at the moment, one of the users has a low battery level, so the video have to be switched off. The component displaying the video is moved and is destroyed. And another component making a transformation between the video and pictures is dynamically deployed without stopping the application. So the user can still continue to have access to the conferences. Of course, the quality of the service is less interesting than having the video, but it's better than having nothing. And the last case, there is a new user integrating the video conference. It has a tablet. So instead of having software components from Forge or repository, he can download components dynamically. It doesn't decide, the platform decides for him where he has to get the software components. For example, it doesn't have a stereo speaker, so there is also a switch, and the component is dynamically deployed to switch between stereo and mono instead of using a large bandwidth. So Kalimucho is a service-based software platform allowing to solve many problems. One of the problems is to provide dynamic applications. It helps to and permit to deploy dynamically on mobile devices. Mobile devices is smartphone, tablet, PCs. It allows hot configurations. That means configurations without stopping the application. And it allows also information transfer with hot adaptation of data on the fly. For example, if you have a big picture from a PC and you send it to a mobile phone, instead of sending the whole picture, you can compress it to the size, to the best size of the phone, instead of sending a huge image and decreasing the battery level of the mobile phone. But Kalimucho also permits a short-lived installation and deployment. You get into a mall, for example, the application automatically is deployed. You go out of the mall, the application is automatically disinstalled, destroyed. Okay, without doing anything, without going to a store or something else. It permits to access to non-resilient applications, and therefore it's an ad hoc installation. That means it's an installation according to the capacity of the device. If you have a big screen, if you have a GPS, if you have a good CPU, if you are English speaker, French speaker, it depends on your context, and according to the context, the application is deployed specifically. So for example, about the context may evolve. As you use the application, the context evolves, you move, your skill evolves, the environment evolves also, your GPS position, it can be noisy now. For example, the room is very noisy. Instead of giving the sound, a software component can be deployed to switch to the sound and textual description. It permits also to make contextual adaptation according to the hardware, the screen, the battery level, according to codecs. For example, if you don't have a QuickTime player or QuickTime codec, it will look for an adapter who is doing the adaptation of the video. And also it can adapt the content of the data. If the data to be sent has to be completed from another device, it can also be done. And the context is also, of course, resources like the power device, because we are with mobile devices, and of course when we have mobile devices we have to be economic with the battery. How to run the Kalimucho platform? Maybe sooner it's going to be available on the market. It's going to be available on the market and can be downloaded from a vendor specific, a vendor of the application, of one application, or available via website, a market. You download it, but you download just the platform, and the platform itself doesn't do anything. Therefore, after that, you download the application using the platform. This application is specific to what you want. And what you want may be one of those scenarios. Those scenarios can be, for example, a territory discovering application. For example, if you do a nature trial, or if you want to discover a cultural heritage, if you want to make a city tour, for example, this is a territory discovery. We have a project for such application with botanics parks. These are parks with people, researchers, public persons, professionals, persons on the same territory, sharing the space but with various needs. Here is an example of an application. For example, if you want to relax visiting a park and suddenly you have something unprevious, so the application of the park will give you the possibility to have information on what you want. And those information can be different according to the device that you have. If you have a good mobile device like a tablet, for example, the application may add augmented reality information. So it downloads the software components able to display augmented reality. If you don't have those such a peripheral, you won't have this functionality, but the application still continue working. Another example of application is recreational activity. You visit a territory and, for example, child wants to do something different, and the application will give you the opportunity to adapt the application to the user needs. So such application does exist. What does not exist is the adaptability of such application. They are made one application, and it is not adapted according to the device and the possibility of the device. Other applications are about tourism and multimodality. For example, if you want to visit a city, you may want to use buses or bicycles, or you may prefer walking, or nothing else, nothing of those modalities. You may have wishes in your tourism activities. You may be interested in specific promotions that will change your visit tour. And you may also have a physical handicap. And all of those information imply that the application has to be adapted. And the application has to be adapted means the structure of the application and the component deployed on the device that you use, they have to be very specific and different. The application for one person is different than the same application for another person. Another kind of application is alarming. For example, if there is a school bus having an accident, an accompanying adult may take pictures, for example, and give those pictures to help rescue person. And if, for example, he has a low battery, the application may be moved to another device. It's maybe a device without a GPS, for example, but the application is automatically adapted and still continue running. It's maybe an application with a less interesting quality, but it's better than having nothing, and it can help rescuers to come or to give information to help injured person, for example. And Kalimucho can also be used for the creation of a spontaneous community. For example, if there is persons doing an exhibition in the Basque Country, and another person who give the information, I live in Basque Country, and another person give an information, I'll be in the Basque Country. The last one give an information, I'm on holiday for a specific period. They have a common information, which is a geographic position I'm interested in, or I'll be in the Basque Country. This is a spontaneous community. So those persons may be interested in sharing their information with other people of this community. How to get Kalimucho? Kalimucho is available on OW2. Of course, it's open source. It's been implemented with Java on PC, Windows, Unix, Mac OS. It's available for Android platform with smartphones, tablets, and there is also a dedicated framework in order to develop and to implement specific business components and components able to adapt dynamically data. So if you want to contribute to Kalimucho, you can first download Kalimucho, run the demo, and report us for eventual bugs. The second contribution may be more interesting. You can help us to implement the platform, and if you want to use and to test how it's been implemented, and if you want to implement other functionality, you can. You have a tutorial dedicated for developers. You can give us, of course, reports on bugs. And if you develop specific components, you can make them available for the community. And of course, we are looking for firms, research institute, maybe the INRIA, for developing specific application, for helping us to provide a major project. We have a project with a university, but it's difficult to deploy and to develop an academic project to be an industrial project. And we are interested in technological transfer. So as a conclusion, it's a result of several PhD theses. And in fact, if we have to give an abstract of Kalimucho, Kalimucho does nothing. It's just a distributed platform, helping to design and deploy distributed applications, and those applications are based on software components. And those components can share information, can interact with heterogeneous devices. So it's a kind of distributed operating system. Very flexible, it allows migration, replacement, dynamic reconfigurations. Those information has been developed yesterday by Mark. It permits on-the-fly adaptation, and it's certainly a step for long life application. You wake up on the morning, you start your application, and it follows you till the evening, till the night, and it evolves according to your needs. It's an open source platform, as I always said. There is no Apple version for the moment, maybe. And of course, it's easy to develop specific components thanks to the framework available. And it's easy also to deploy new components because we provide a specific language, natural oriented. Here are the past and current contributors of Kalimucho, so Philippe Roose and Marc Dalmont. And of course, other associate professors, past PhD student, current PhD student, and one ex-engineer.